Hey everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hello! Hey everybody! Welcome to today's Saturday with Stacey YouTube class number 611. Hey there! Now if you're joining me for the very first time, well, welcome. I'm Stacey and I'm the owner of Scrapbooking Made Simple. We are a retail store, a brick and mortar mom and pop retail store here in Canyon Country, California. And we also have an online store. I have 4 classes a week, 4 of them. But Saturday, today, this is my full-length technique-based commercial-free class where we really get to dive on into product that you might already have in your crafty stash. Or maybe I have some things from manufacturers you've never even heard of before. Or maybe I get to share with you a technique you hadn't thought of. So this is a full-length class and we have the best time during the, I don't know how many hours sometimes, because we live chat during the premiere. So if you are joining me during the premiere, you will notice a live chat going on. If you're on a desktop or a laptop, could be over there. Could be over there. But if you're on a different device, like a phone or an iPad maybe, it might be down below. It just depends. But you will see people saying hello to each other, checking in on each other, sharing what they're crafting on, or maybe what they're doing today later on. It's a great live chat. And if you are a newbie, or if you've just been sitting on the sidelines watching the chat, come say hey. There's usually several hundreds of us on the live chat during the premiere, and we are the most welcoming group ever. Everybody wants to meet a new crafty friend. So all you have to do is tell us who you are and where you're from, and I promise you there will be people who will welcome you and say hello to you. Now today is a pretty fun class. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Last week we were working with gouache by Royal Talons, and we worked with it on vellum and painted with it. We did a lot with gouache, but that was a pretty heavy class. There was a lot of technique and a lot of learning because many of you had never even heard of gouache before and what it is and why you might want it and how affordable it is, even though it's a fine art product, and just how amazing it is on vellum. Oh my gosh. So this week I thought we've got some stamps, we've got some stencils, we've got some dies, I've got some ephemera and for some paper, and we would just play in the paper crafting world today. I have to tell you, the dies I have today are from Simple and Basic. I didn't remember I owned them. I forgot that we had purchased them, and I got them for a smoking hot deal, which means I'm gonna give them to you for a smoking hot deal. But SMS girl Elena is looking at the racks of the product, and she's like, are you ever gonna use these? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we grabbed them, and then we grabbed a few things from Wow and Pronte. I have new sentiment stickers from Pronte for you. It is just a class chock full of goodness. But before I get into it, before I dive down in, and we're going to start super simple. I'm gonna do 2 cards that any level of crafter can do. If this is the first time you've ever watched a crafting class, I'm going to do something so easy peasy, and you're going to look so good that it will just make your heart happy when you give that card to somebody and they're like, oh, you made this? And you're like, yeah, I did. For you. They didn't have to know how easy peasy it was. But before we get there, of course, I have to tell you about Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, because we do give 2 gift cards away every Saturday to 2 winners who post a comment below, not the live chat, below. There is a separate place to post a comment. You put it there after you've liked the video, because the amount of the money, the gift card that we give away, is solely dependent on how many likes we have. We've been at $100 for quite some time now. I'm not sure we're ever going to get over that hump, but that's okay. $100 is $100, and 2 lucky people win. So they've posted a comment below. They liked the video. Our software has randomly selected 2 winners, and I get to announce them now. The money is already in their online account. Yay! So they can go spend it on anything that makes their heart happy. And come Monday is week 5 of the warehouse sale, the very last week of the warehouse sale, where we have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95% off your favorite manufacturers. They might want to, you could take this $100 and parlay it into over $1,000 worth of product without any problem at all if you're shopping the warehouse sale. But you might like what we have here for you today, because I've also got a special value. I guess I got these, I must have gotten them at I must have negotiated some kind of smoking hot deal on the dies and the stencils. And now we're just gonna pass it along to you. But before we get there, let's talk about winner. So our first winner is Jennifer Adams. I love you, Jennifer. I love that I can say your name. I didn't even struggle. Jennifer Adams. Jennifer Adams. Now, how do you know if you're the right Jennifer Adams? Well, go to your Scrapbooking Made Simple online account and see if there's $100 sitting in a credit for you. If it's there, you're the right Jennifer Adams. Congratulations, my dear. Well done, you. $100 in your online account to spend any way that makes your heart happy. Now, we always give 2 away, and I do know this name, Betty Withrow. Hello, Betty. How are you? Congratulations. Wahoo kachoo. I've got 2 names that I could pronounce. For those of you who don't know, I am severely dyslexic, so I struggle sounding anything out. It's just painful for me. And so being that Betty and Jennifer were easy peasy mac and cheesy, I hope that they are taking a screenshot of this, that they are calling their family, that they are calling their crafty buddies and saying, okay, how are we spending the money? Let's figure it out. Congratulations to the both of you. Just enjoy those winnings. Whether you spend a little today and you spend a little tomorrow and you spend a little next week, it's entirely up to you, from us to you, to bring some joy into your life, so then you can make some things that bring joy into other people's lives. Now we have to do the winner chicken dinner dance because it's just what we do. And if you're Betty or Jennifer, you best sit up, right? Because got to get good posture to do the winner chicken dinner dance. All right. You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, kachoo for you. Congratulations to the both of you. Yeah, you're winner. Good for you. You never know when it's going to be your turn, when I'm going to call your name. But the only way you can win is by liking the video and posting a comment below. No comment, no chance of winning, because that is how we select our winners. Now today I've got wow embossing powder, wow stencils, wow stamps, like not just like wow, but the company wow. They are wow, but they're also from the company wow. I have simple and basic dies, just 2 of them. I have got 3 packs of Paper Favorite papers, 2 sets of ephemera. I've got Pronte, which is this new company, Dutch Doobadoo and Pronte, that we have found and are loving. I've got some more sentiments from them that are stickers ready to go. So I'm going to tilt down. We're going to get started for today. I do want to show you some of the product ahead of time, just because we only have so much to go around. And when I get a good value, I pass that value on to you. Some retailers might get a good value and keep the price the same, and that means they get more margin. They're making more profit. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. We, however, if we get a good value on something, we pass it along to you, because I think that's what crafters do. We share with each other. I have been in a room where somebody needed a corner rounder. Well, it was a crop here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Somebody needed a corner rounder, and there was 36 women there, and she said, hey, does anybody have a corner rounder? And I want to say 20 hands with corner rounders went up. That's what we do. we share with each other. We're a community, and so I hope you love the pricing I have for you on the product. I'm going to tilt down. I'm going to show it to you because when it's gone, it's gone. There's no reordering of this product. Okay, that's why I probably got it on a smoking hot deal and totally forgot about it. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to show it all to you. Well, maybe I'll start over here. I'm going to show it all to you, and that way you can make your decisions now before it's all sold out. Let's see, because it's almost like warehouse sale pricing, but we got a great deal, and fair is fair. Mom always said share. Okay, so the first bundle I have for you, it retails for $57.96. We have it on sale for $33.99. I know, that's a crazy deal. You want to see what's inside of it? First off, we have 2 stencils from Wow. Literally from Wow. That's the company name. So 2 slimline stencils from Wow. And those are going to go with your brand new slimlines, your full-size slimline and your mini slimline from Simple and Basic. So this die by itself sells for $24.99. And this die sells for either $15 or $16. And then these are $7.99 each, I believe. I'm pretty close. So instead of $57.96, we made it $33.99 so that you saved what I saved, in hopes that more of you can afford the bundle, that's a much better price point for you. Do we have any of these open stock? Very few. I don't think we have any of this open stock, which, I mean, if you were going to buy this for $24.99, you might as well just get the bundle. We may have a few of these, and I'm not sure about those. But if we had any open stock, we put them on sale at 20% off. The big deal is the bundle. And I'm going to be working with these today. So that's the bundle number 1 that I wanted to show you. Then I said we had Wow stamps. Same thing, I got a smoking hot deal. So I've got 2 stamps from Wow. They retail for $23.10, and we've got them for $13.99. And I'm going to be working with these today. So 2 full-size, thick, beautiful stamps from Wow on sale for $13.99. Not for one, for both. Again, I don't think we have any of this open stock. We may have some of this open stock, but they retailed for, I want to say, $11.55 each. So if you were going to get one, you might as well just get them both for the $13.99. Then we have 2 sets of ephemera from Paper Favorites. Bundle number 1 and bundle number 2. All 4 sets are in, there's 4 different sets in each bundle. They retail for $15.96, and we've got them on sale for $13.99. Now that's not a huge discount, I know, but there's not a lot there wasn't a lot I could do on these. The price is the price, and we import these directly. So there's a cost in that. So we've got, oh, wait a minute, these are pansies. Aren't these pansies? I think these are pansies. We have a customer who is on the live chat saying, I love pansies. Are you ever going to have anything pansies? I think we do. So bundle number 1 has 1 set, 2, 3, and 4. So all 4 sets of ephemera come in bundle number 1 for $13.99. And this one's got 22 pieces, and this one's got 34 pieces, and this one's got 26 pieces, and this one's got 24 pieces. So that's a whole lot of ephemera to play with. That's bundle number 1 of the ephemera, $13.99. And yes, we'll be getting into all of these. Bundle number 2, I don't know why I'm putting them back. I'm just going to have to take them out again. Oh, this one's got stapled. Bundle number 2 is, again, 4 packs of ephemera. Well, they're mine now. 2 packs are beautiful leaves. Different, beautiful. The colors are beautiful. And then you've got another set of flowers, and you've got this beautiful set of butterflies. So the flowers has 21 pieces, and the leaves here have 27 pieces, and this leaf set has 24 pieces, and the butterflies are 24 pieces. Now these are only going in the bundles. You can only get them in the bundles for $13.99. There is no open stock available. I'm sorry. We bought all they had, and we had it. It's all in it's the same quantity all the way across. Then Pronti. So you know we did Dutch Doobie-Doo, Doobadoo, stickers like this a few weeks ago, where they're pre-die cut and they're a sticker. All you have to do is peel them off and put them down. I'm going to be using these. These are a sister company from Dutch Doobie-Doo called Pronti, and these all have something to do with floral or, you know, inspirational, or so find your wings. A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. It's okay not to be okay. Never stop looking up. Everything comes to you at the right time. Be patient. If it doesn't open, it's not your door. That's such a good one. So sorry for your loss. Memories, let them fill your mind, warm your heart, and lead you through. Let's see. A tree with strong roots laughs at storms. Find your wings. Sorry for your loss. So you've got a whole bunch of different sentiments in black, and then the white are completely different sayings. These are not the same, just in 2 different colors. So the white, flowers can't solve all your problems, but they're a great start. Okay, so everybody liked this one. Trespassers will be composted. No rain, no flowers. I'm a gardener. What's your superpower? Stop and smell the roses. Roses or flowers need time to bloom, so do you. Wherever life plants you, bloom with grace. A flower blooms for its own joy. Let's see. Flower power, happiness blooms from within. Flowers don't tell, they show. The earth laughs in flowers. Put a flower on it. Be like a flower, turn your face to the sun. So, 2 separate sets of sentiments that are stickers ready to go. You peel them off, you stick them down, easy peasy. Both by a company called Pronti, which is a sister to our friends that do Dutch Doobie-Doo, and these are out of the Netherlands. The last thing I want to show you is the paper pack. So we didn't do a bundle on these, we just have them open stock. But this is Paper Favorites. It's A5 in size. I've got 3 different packs that we're going to be using today. Vintage green leaves, vintage newspaper, and green leaves. And it's beautiful paper. It's printed in Denmark, so almost everything here. So WOW is out of the UK. Paper Favorites and Simple and Basic is out of Denmark. Pronti is out of the Netherlands. So we do tend to go find things that aren't the norm. This paper is beautiful, and I think you're going to love it. And this is where I think I'm gonna start. So it is single-sided paper. I might as well just open them all because I'm going to be using them all. So it's single-sided paper, but the colors and the design, they're beautiful. The girls went crazy for this. I brought in a whole bunch of Paper Favorites so I can be using it over the next several months in our classes. Then we have our vintage newspaper. And again, it is single-sided, but you've got this vintage newspaper look to it. Love that. Oh, I love that sheet. And then my last is green leaves. Look at how beautiful is this. I'm so lucky, we find some of the prettiest papers internationally. They are so lovely and just easy to use. And this is an A5 size, which means if I cut it in half, it's an A6, which is very, very close to an A2. So I might take some of this, and we're gonna start super simple. I'm gonna do something that anybody can do. Really, anybody. That one's pretty. That one's pretty. Gosh, they're all lovely, aren't they? The colors are just gorgeous. I like that one. All right, I've got plenty there to start with. And I'm going to cut them in half. Now you might use a trimmer. I'm a girl who freehands, and I'll clean them up later. We'll see which ones we use. I don't know what ones we're going to use. Well, maybe not. Maybe those two are enough. And maybe I grab one out of here. Maybe I'll do one of each. That's probably what I should do. One of each, and that way you can see one of each. All right, so I'm just going to cut these in half. Which at this point I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could make 8 cards right now because these are an A6 card, and I'm good to go. I think I'm going to use that one. And I think I'm going to use that one. And I think I'm going to use that one. There, I narrowed it down to 3, and we're going to keep it simple. I'll put those over there. Let's grab some of the ephemera. So I have 8 different packs of ephemera to play with. 8. I think maybe I'll start with that. And I'll start with the butterflies, maybe. Or maybe some leaves. So butterflies, leaves. And I'm just going to dump them out because there isn't any other way to do it. Just kind of dump them out and see what we've got. And some leaves, and everything mixes and matches between them. Even between the 2 bundles, you can take and mix and match between. So leaves. Leaves. Oh, the girls are going to have a great time. We're going to have a ton of product left over. So whatever doesn't get used, the staff gets. You know, maybe I'll use 3 or 4 of these leaves, and the SMS girls claim the rest of them, and they all take home. Okay, so I've got 2 sets of leaves going on. I've got my little mushrooms happening, and I've got some butterflies going on. Let's see. Let's go back just a little bit. So let's see about making something happen. So I think I might start with this one. and take some of the ephemera and let's play a little bit. Let's see what we've got. Oh, or maybe I like this one. No, I like this one. Oh, maybe I like that one. Let's see what we've got by way of ephemera. That's pretty. I want something a little bit bigger. Maybe those two? Maybe I do those two. There's so much here to look at. There's so many different leaves to choose from. But I like the size of those. Okay, there, I'm good. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to keep it super simple. So let's grab some black paper maybe. And let's make a mat. So I'm going to cover up some of my newspaper print, and I'm just going to make a mat. So I measure it this way. Turn it over this way and then trim it out. And we'll see if I've got a mat that I'm okay with the size. Okay, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit smaller. Maybe just a hair bit smaller. So right now, all I'm playing with is paper. That's it. That's all I'm going to play with. And I'm going to make something pretty out of paper. Now, I like that, but I want a little pop of something. So let's bring over maybe a little bit of green. And maybe I back that onto green. All right, I think I'm going to tape that down and see what I think. So right now, just paper. Even a newest of new crafter can do this because all we're doing is literally cutting rectangles. And I'm freehanding. So if you want to be adventurous and freehand, it's not so hard. You just don't think about it. Don't think about cutting straight. It's overrated. Let it go. Just go for it. It's handmade. That's the key. You're doing something by hand. So if there's little quirks in it and it's not 100% straight, okay. You made it by hand. I'm going to take that down just a little bit, not have so much green. And believe me, my cuts are not perfect. You can come into the shop and look at the samples and go, oh yeah, they're not. I won't be offended at all. I just don't do well with the trimmer. And since I don't do well with the trimmer, I might as well just go freehand it. There we go. I like that with the vintage in the back. And then I did kind of this with this. And that. Okay, I'm good with that. How are we feeling? We feeling good about that? All right, let's tape it on down. So I'm just gonna tape these together, put a little bit of Stacey tape on the back. And just kind of put my leaves where I like them. Now, no wet glue needed. And I have oodles of leaves to choose from. So I think I like that. And then I think I want this one kind of up a little higher. And then this one. Kind of there. And once I've got them where I want them to go, then I can press them down and kind of adhere them better. This one's too far to the side. Okay, that works. Kind of push them into place. And then I can tape it down. Now you would do a better job of taping, and you may choose to do some foam dots and have it pop up. But you can see I've layered my ephemera. I'm layering them to make a new image. And I have oodles of it to layer with. Pull off my double-sided tape, and again, this is Stacey tape, or Simply Defined tape. So it is longer than a tape runner. It's stronger than a tape runner. It holds glitter and beads and plastic and metal and fabric, but it's and even though it's longer than a tape runner, it's a whole lot less expensive. Great. And then let's put that on there. Great. And then let's take a piece of ivory maybe. Or maybe a little more green. Okay, that fits like it was meant to go. So I like to mat. I like lots of matting. Matting is just taking paper. And it really, by adding layers of mats, 2-3 layers of mats, it really does give finished project, a very elegant, regal look, all while making your eye focus in on the center of your card, your layout, whatever you're doing. Every time you add a mat, it adds another layer of detail and dimension, and it really is it's just paper. You could do mats in just white, black, and ivory and just interchange between them. Matting is one of the least expensive ways to add depth and dimension to your project, because we're only talking paper. Now I could stop there, but it's me. And I want one more mat in the ivory. I think it just finishes everything off. And we've made our first card. And this was easy peasy mac and cheesy. I used some scissors. I didn't use any wet glue. I used some of the ephemera. And that was it. I cut rectangles. Well, it's down now. It's going to change the orientation, but it's down now. All right, card number 1. Done. Now I might want to add a sentiment to it. So what if I pulled over my sentiments? So I've got my white and my black, and they say different things. Let's see. Oh. How about you are beautiful? Done. First card finished. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. Let's do another one. And let's play with the butterflies, shall we? I got oodles of butterflies. That ephemera is chock full of butterflies. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. Oh, and this one's very pretty. That one, and those 3. think these two are too close alike. Too close in coloring. That's kind of got a little bit of both. All right, I think I'm okay with those. I'm good with those three. I picked three. Had a lot to choose from. I feel like I'm too, there we go. So I've got my pretty little ephemera going on. And, well, I might as well do this one at the same time, right? Do I want to lay some over the top? What do we think? That's too big. I need one more. Maybe I just pop those right on there. Right over the top of the paper, just to give it a little oomph. Okay, well, I've got these done. Gosh, I really wish I had foam dots. Oh, howdy do I wish I had some. And by the magic of, I'm hoping this is easy to pull off. Let's see if these are easy to come off. Why, yes. Yes, it is. Okay. So I'm just going to take the paper. Yikes. And I'm going to take some of my leaves and I'm going to go right over top of the leaves. Now, they're not going to match because they weren't meant to. But I'm not going to care. I'm just going to go right over the top with my foam tape, and this is my GG foam tape. Really easy for you to take the tops off. It comes off really simple. Really love this foam tape. Not all foam tape is created the same, but this is going to give me a little bit of dimension, and I can take that liner off easy peasy. And I'm just fitting them on. They're not going to be perfect. They're not meant to be perfect. It's meant to give my card a little bit of dimension. See, look at the size difference. So I'm about to put this one on this, and that's so much bigger, but that's okay. We're just going for it. Think long, think wrong. And I still have oodles and oodles and oodles of leaves left. All right, I left some leaves without anything on them. I filled in others just from the paper. Now I'm going to cut off the extra off the back. And now we're going to mat it. And let's see. Do we like that? And then on the ivory. I think I'm pretty good with that. I'm happy with that. That's what we're going to go with. And bam, another card is done. The ephemera makes it so easy. And everything kind of mixes and matches together. So I've taken leaves from different sets. I've taken the flowers and leaves, the little toadstool. And then the leaves from another set. I'm using a craft cardstock. And then to lighten it up, put it on the ivory. Cards can be this easy and this fun. They can take, if you want to put, hours and hours into a card, absolutely. But maybe you just want to sit down with the ephemera and the paper, and in an hour have yourself 10 cards ready to go to use anytime. You don't even have to put the sentiments on them. Save it until you know what you want to use it for. Maybe you're lacking in a little bit of mojo. Well, this is a great way to get it back. Because you start simple, and then as you go, you add a little bit more of this and a little bit more of that, and well, maybe you'll die cut something over here. But you start simple, giving yourself that freedom to get back into it. And then a sentiment. Maybe sorry for your loss. So on the, mat it on the craft paper. And then maybe put it on the ivory. Now my tape is wider than my embellishment here. So all I have to do is fold my double stick tape back onto each other. I'm not going to try to trim it down to size. I'm just going to fold it back in because it is double stick tape, so that works perfectly. So sorry for your loss. I think that's good. And all I've done is cut rectangles. That's all I've done, is cut rectangles. It's pretty with that green. But it's pretty with that orange too. I don't know, what do we think? All right, we'll go with the green. We'll be predictable. And bam, just like that, 2 cards done. So now I've got 3 mats going on, but it just helps. And it's paper. So buy yourself a big thing of cardstock, all the different colors. Try to get something that's a heavier weight, preferably a minimum of 80 pounds. If you can go a little heavier than that, great, but at least 80 pounds. Oh, that was a horrible cut. Terrible, terrible. So we'll just have to make it better. Done. So, card number 1. Card number 2. Bam! Let's keep going. Because I've got this one right here with the little butterflies on it. And maybe I mat this. Ooh, maybe I mat this on a deep dark blue. Come here, dark blue. I need a color in between. And then on the blue. Oh, I think I'm gonna be okay with that. So let's decide where we want our little butterflies. Let's decide what sentiment we want. Let's see. What did I do before? How about find your wings? I know it's harder for me to decide what sentiment, huh? Let's see, open doors and embrace new opportunities. I like that. We'll use that one. Okay, so I need to leave room for that one. So I'm gonna put my little butterflies down, I think, or we'll matte first. Maybe I'll matte. And just a little bit of pink, because then I want that deep dark blue, or do I want a light blue? Ooh. Ooh, now that's pretty too. And then my pink flower. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I like that better. Bing, bang, boom. So it isn't always about stamping and stenciling and die cutting and pasting and inking and sometimes it's just about the paper. And that's okay. We forget how wonderful it is when we're just about the paper. How much fun we can have and how successful we feel because we can accomplish so much with just paper and scissors or a trimmer. Not even using liquid glue. And of course I could come back on these and add some little blings or some glitter here or there. But today I really just wanted to use paper. With everything that is out on the market, there's so much good stuff out there, but we forget where we started, which was with paper. And I love paper favorites, and I love everything they do. I love the embellishments. I love the ephemera. Their paper pads, oh my gosh, when you see, I'm using them again either next week or the week after, and the paper is so striking. It's so gorgeous. Oh, it was so, I didn't know what I was getting because I have to order it kind of like you. I order it off of an image. Do I think I like it? And then I place my order and I get it and I'm either like, oh, this is way better than I ever expected, or okay, it's nice. It's not exactly what I thought I was gonna get. And sometimes that happens. I don't get to go to see the product live and in person. Their manufacturers are all over the world. So I kind of have to go with my gut and trust the companies that I know. There, look at that. We've got it matted. Oh, and now I just did it too much. Stacey, okay, so now we're gonna go down to a postage stamp. I should have stopped while I was ahead. Okay, I'm gonna call it done. Well, not the card, just the matting. And then I liked this one. And these are just gonna look like they're sitting on the little leaves. just gonna have them do it like, just like they're sitting on the little leaves. Like they're fluttering by to say hi. I'm just gonna stick them right on so it looks like they're just right on the little. And done. And then we'll do the sentiment. Which was where did I see it? Open doors and embrace new opportunities. So I think I'm going to put it on the light blue. And trim it out. Trim it down in size because I've got that mat a little bit heavy around it. I want it a little bit thinner, not so much. My smaller scissors. All right. And then I'm all about, I think I'm all about the ivory paper today. I think the background might be too white. Maybe we do go with a white. Oh, that's a happy card. And I'm going to even try and pop my sentiment. Cut in half. And put on the back side. Why not? We're popping everything else. Now that I found the tape, the foam tape, right? Why not? So I want to do the corners and make sure that I've got the corners all done. I really like their foam tape. I don't know if we have any left in stock, but if not, I'll get some on order because it's affordable and it's really good. Also, international company, not here in the US, but the price is amazing on their foam And I mean, look at how easy it's peeling, and it doesn't flatten. So now I've got my card popping off the white to add a little bit more detail, a little more dimension to it. And we're still just using paper. All right. Open doors and embrace new opportunities. Lift him up just a little bit. Up, 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 up. And peel off my liner there, and my sentiment's going to be popped. I'd so love to stand up right now to center this. Card number 3. These were easy peasy. These were done with any level of maker in mind. Whatever it is you do, you can do this. Paper, ephemera, sentiments, scissors, and some tape. But we've got more to do. I said I was going to start out easy peasy, and I did. I wanted to start out easy peasy. But now we need to kind of branch out a little bit and kind of dip our toe into the woohoo. So I think I'm going to bring over, and I'm going to open up. Gosh, I'm going to have stuff everywhere, but that's okay. I'm going to open up the rest of the ephemera just so I have all of it open, because I want to play with all of it. So now I've mixed my leaves together. It is what it is. Got my butterflies over here. Love these. These are just beautiful. And are these pansies? I think they are. I suppose I should keep the little baggies in case the girls want the baggies. Now there's 2 sets that look very similar, but they're not the same. But they do look close. But they're meant to blend, see this? They're meant to blend together. In this one, you don't get any of the reds, and you get the blue, but you get the blues. In this one, you get the reds and the blues and the whites. So pretty. All right, so now I've got one. So I've got the toadstools and pretties there, and I've got leaves here, and I've got one set of, I'm not sure what those are, but they're beautiful. Oh, I love that one. Gosh, these are pretty. Got purples and yellows and blues in this one. I've got whites and pinks and this one. This one is the sister to what I just showed you here. This has got the blues and the purples and the yellows. This has got the yellows and the reds and the whites. So similar but different, but all meant to work together. And then I've got my purple pansies. So lots to play with. I've got oodles to play with. If I can't find a flower, I wasn't looking hard enough. All right, so let's bring over the stamps. So I've got the stamps from Wow, and you have 2 stamps in the set. They retail for, I think, $11.55 each. We've got both of them for $13.99. You're gonna get both of them for $13.99. It's a great price. Let's go ahead and let's do some stamping. So I'm gonna stamp with both. So you can see and let's just grab some paper. So let's grab that one. And let's grab that one. Ooh. And that one maybe. Ooh, I love that one too. Okay, no, I already grabbed 2. Stop. And we'll go ahead and use that one because I didn't use it that time. That one. Oh, but this one's beautiful. I don't know. It's so hard to decide. Paper Favorites really does such a lovely job. All right, I've got a few of each. And we're just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna grab my stencil and stamp tool from Sizzix. My stencil and stamp tool. I'm gonna be using it both today as a stamp positioner and a stencil alignment tool. But since we're working with our stamps first, I don't need my alignment tool until I get to my stencils. I've got my sticky grid down. It comes with your tool. Sticky grid is a sheet of glorified Post-it note. It holds your paper in place, and once down, your paper doesn't move. But when you go to pull it up, easy peasy. And it lasts for a really long time, as long as you don't get embossing powder or glitter. Anything that would make a sticker not sticky anymore is what's going to make this not sticky. But Sizzix does sell replacements. So you get 5 sheets for, I think, maybe $15. And my guess is if you bought those 5 sheets, it would take you a year to get through all 5 sheets. Now I get ink on mine, and ink is no problem. It's really the glitter or the embossing powder. So I am using this as my stamp positioner today. So I'm gonna open up my stamp. And this is by Wow, and it's beautifully made. It's lovely. It's so thick and yummy. And just because I'm just gonna stamp in the middle, or could I stamp? I could stamp that way and get 2. No, I'm just gonna go in the middle. I'm just gonna do it, and I know I'm gonna be wasting some, but I'll be okay with that. Now, when you put your stamp positioner down, when you have the lid on, make sure that the side that has the grid is facing you, and the smooth side is what's going to pick up your stamp. Also, mine's kind of dirty. I probably need to get in there and wipe it down and get some alcohol on it and clean it up. Mine's used and loved. You guys might want to keep yours nice and pristine. I'm happy just having it handy. But I could put some alcohol on there and get some of this off. But I think it looks happier being used. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stamp on here. And again, I know I'm gonna give up some of the side because I'm gonna die cut this at some point. So I'm gonna push down, pull up, and now my stamp is in place. I'm gonna be using embossing powder today. So I'm gonna come in here with my embossing medium from Wow. This is a pigment type ink. that is very, very slow drying but clear. So it doesn't absorb in. It sits on top for a really long time. And that allows you to add embossing powder and to have that embossing powder stick. It's kind of tacky a little bit. Very much like a pigment-based ink, which is what you would also use if you wanted to use embossing. Most people use a pigment-based ink to stamp up with a color, like maybe this is red. They will ink it up, stamp down, and put a clear embossing powder over the top of it. This is not a glue pad. This is an embossing medium. So something similar would be a Versamark. So good push. All right, I'm gonna hope it's okay. I won't know until I put my embossing powder on it, but I'm gonna set it aside. Put that one down. I just need to make sure it lines up pretty close, and it did. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Polly, if you're asking where my little tool is, it's over in my Sizzix room. in the studio with Stacey room. Okay, there's number 2. And then maybe we'll change up and change our stamp. So the Wow embossing medium is water soluble. All you have to do is wipe it right off. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. And it'll be good to go for your next. Put it back on its liner. And let's pull out the other Wow stamp. Down. And my clear embossing. Okay, there's 3. And we'll do this one. And I will have plenty to emboss and play with. Okay, I hope I got it good. Well, we won't know until I put my embossing powder on it. All right. So let's grab the first one we did, which was how long ago? And let's grab a piece of paper so I can make a funnel. Now all the white, black, and ivory paper I'm using today is Stacey Park paper. It's 110 pound cardstock, 25 sheets for $9.99. It's 110 pounds, so that's a little bit heavier than most. What color do we want to do this in? Ooh, let's see. How about gold or silver or copper? How about copper? So I'm going to put my embossing powder on, kind of let it work its way on down, and anywhere I had stamped my image is where my embossing powder is going to hold. And remember, I did this one quite some time ago. And look at that. Now that's not the magic. The magic happens in just a minute when we turn this powder into a solid. So embossing powder technically is a plastic substrate. It's ground super fine, and when you heat it with the right amount of heat, it will melt into a solid. This is a heat tool. This is the Wow heat tool. Love the Wow heat tool. And when I put it next to my powder, you will see a dramatic difference as it heats up and turns into a solid. Right now, if I put my hands over it and wiped it away, it's a powder. It would just wipe away. But I want it to become this beautiful embossed image. So I turn my heat tool on. And as I see the powder change, and you will visibly see it change, it's going from this dark brown color to this vibrant copper. So you can see the difference. Copper, brown, bright and happy, had enough heat to melt, will not come off now. Not enough heat yet, still have to melt. And as I see it change, I can move. So now I've got an embossed image on there. All right, there's one. Let's do this one in gold. I don't remember what this one was, but we're going to do it in gold. And as it goes on down, it starts to fill in. Okay, this was my little circle. It starts to fill in and hold where that embossing powder is. Okay, so that one's good to go. Let's do the second one because I skipped it. In silver. And as I let it walk on down, Even though I did this quite some time ago, my medium is so slow drying from Wow that it continues to remain wet enough for me to put my embossing powder on. Okay, there's that one. And then my last one, maybe we just do it in silver since I have it out. Oh, I have a metallic champagne. No, well, I've got this one. We're gonna go. So now I've got embossing powder on the last three, and all I have to do is heat to melt. Done. I've got my embossing powder on there. So that's two. So anywhere I can see it's kind of dull and it's not so shiny. See that? It's dull right there. It's also kind of dull right in the middle. That means I haven't added enough heat to turn it into that pretty, beautiful, polished embossing. So I just add a little more heat until I see it turn. So that's three. And then my last one. And anywhere I see it to be a little dull, I just come back in and add a little bit of heat. And there's my fourth. So now I've got 4 pieces embossed, ready to do something with. And we use the Wow stamps to do that. Oh, did I miss that spot? Sure did. Good thing I came back and saw it. All right, so I've got 4 here to go with. And I'm gonna put those aside because I also have in the main bundle, we use the 2 stamps that are sold in one bundle, but in the other main bundle that has the dies and the stencils, I'm gonna pull the stencils out and we're gonna use the stencils. Since I've got my tool out already and I've got the embossing powder out already, I might as well do some stenciling. Now because I'm stenciling, I don't need to have the lid attached. But I will need my alignment tool. And this is what the alignment tool is made for. It is perfect for stenciling. It holds your stencils in place by allowing you to pick them up and look and put down and look and put down. Now Sizzix stencils have 2 little holes in their stencils, and those holes correlate to the 2 little nibs on your alignment tool. That comes with the platform. I'm using Wow. Wow is not Sizzix. Wow does not have the holes already put in them. Nor do you want to grab a hole punch. because a hole punch is not going to work. These nibs are at a very specific diameter. They are not the same diameter from top to bottom. They're at a specific width. So Sizzix put together what they call converters. They sell them 10 to a pack. 10 to a pack. And what they look like is this. This is how I store mine, on a sheet of plastic. You put them off, you put them on, you put them off, and they allow for you to make any stencil work with the stencil and stamp tool. I just put the converter there. Now for you, you might find that you want to put your converter this way and have your stencil this way facing you. You may want to have it here and have it run this way. You may find that you have a difficult stencil and that the only place to put it is maybe on the diagonal. That's okay too. You put it where it's going to work best for you. And there's a little bit of sticky on the back side. That's what holds it in place. Eventually that sticky isn't going to be sticky anymore. Just take a little bit of double-sided tape, whether it be Simply Defined Stacey tape or Elizabeth Crafts tape or Scrapbook tape. Those three are three that I can highly recommend. Not Dollar Tree tape or dollar store tape. Put it down, and now your converter is ready to be sticky again. So with the Wow, on the bottom, there's not much room, but on the sides, there's oodles of room. And at the top, there's lots of room. So you just have to decide where you want to put your little converter. And then it goes right down in. Hear a little click as it kind of pops in. So my stencil is ready to use. All I have to do is grab some paper. Well, I've got some paper right over here, don't I? My paper down. Now, my stencil will still buckle. I have to keep my fingers on my stencil. The good thing about it is that when you're using ink or any kind of medium, you're able to pick your stencil up and then put it back down. That's the benefit. And if you're doing a layering stencil, well, your layers line up perfectly every time because they are automatically aligned with the alignment tool. It's pretty rock star. Now I'm going to go in with my Wow, and I'm just going to hit these. And I'm not going to worry if I get them great, if I get a whole, the circle is all the way filled, if it looks a little distressed, I'm going to be okay with it. I just want to add some embossing powder or some embossing medium all the way around. And I'm just kind of pushing into. If you had a dauber, you could put some of the embossing medium on a dauber and get down in there maybe a little bit better. But I'm a girl who's just going to go for it. And because I'm using embossing, I don't get the opportunity to lift it up and look at it. The minute I take my stencil off the alignment tool or my paper off the sticky grid, you're done with the being able to line it up easy peasy. So I'm going to move that. I'm going to take this. There's one. Bring it back. And we'll do it again. And I think I'm just going to play with this one just for ease of class today. I've got beautiful samples made with the heart stencil, and you're going to get the heart stencil with the bundle along with the two dies that we're going to get to in just a minute. hope I got it all. Well, you know what? Distressed is distressed is distressed. So there's 2. And I'll do my last one. That way we have 1 out of each pack. So yes, I'm embossing on top of pattern paper. Every time I add a little something to the pattern paper, whether I pop it up or I emboss on the top of it or you ink it or chalk it, you're adding to the look of the finished project. Well, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to set this over to the side for now. And let's see what we got. We'll do 1 in gold, 1 in silver, 1 in copper. So maybe I'll do this one in copper. This is Wow embossing powder. It's super fine. So it just clings onto everything. Look at that. That's what we like. Turn it over and just let gravity do the work. Okay, there's one that we're going to heat. I'm going to put all of this back. Bring over my next. I think we'll do this one in gold. That's what we like to see. And I'm a dumper. I just dump it all because you're going to put it all back in anyway. So there's 2. And then the last one I have, we'll do in silver. Okay, that's good. I've got 3 to go. They're ready to heat. So we've stamped and embossed, and now we've stenciled and embossed. Well, we're about to emboss. That's where the magic happens. When you see that color change. And as it changes, I move my heat tool. And you can see the difference. Embossed not embossed. Wow, right? So this silver is called polished silver, and the gold is polished gold, and it's beautiful. Oh, little heat right there. But now I've got some texture going on. So when you look straight at it, you can still see behind. You can still see that it's newsprint, but then you start moving it and it's like, wait, what? What's going on there? Hello? So there's one. So again, embossed, not. This will wipe away. This, once your paper is cool to the touch, is permanent. Big difference, huh? Now you can't use a glue pad. You have to use an embossing medium. So an Essentials glue pad is not the same as an embossing medium, and an embossing medium is not the same as an Essentials glue pad. And I use both the Essentials glue pad and an embossing pad all the time, but for completely different things. Glue is for glitter, embossing pad is for embossing powder. All right. So I've got my gold, my copper, my silver, my stamp, my stamp, my stamp, and my stamp. Now we have to decide what to do with them. And that is where the dies come in. So, 2 dies from Simple and Basic. Didn't even know I had them. Completely forgot about them. But must have negotiated some smoking hot deal on them. Wahoo kachoo. You have got a full-size slimline with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dies. And each of them have a little broken dot embellishment detail to it. Then you've got the mini slimline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think this one is $15.99 or $16.99, and this one I believe is $24.99. And then you're going to get the 2 stencils that we just did. And the entire, and these are $7.99. The entire price is, it's $56.96 on sale for $33.99, or $57, almost $58 for $33. I leave it up to you whether you're like, oh my gosh, I need those, or no, I can live without them. Just know, once we are sold out, we are sold out. So we're gonna play with these now. So I'm gonna open them, and now we're gonna die cut, because I've got all of these papers. ready to be embellished. And I think I'm going to start with some minis. So I'm going to grab this one. And I'm going to take 2. I like that one. Maybe I'll just go with those 2. Or maybe I should go with these 2. Yeah, see, now I've go with that one. No, I'm going to go with my first instincts. And I'm going to die cut. So yes, I have wasted a lot of paper. I understand. I could have easily stamped and done it this way, but for convenience, I just went right through it and I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to die cut that out. And I'm going to die cut that. Bring over my Big Shot machine. I still have a couple pieces of paper I could do something. Well, I've got a lot of paper I could do something with, but let's bring over my die cut machine. So I've got my Sizzix Big Shot machine here. Mine is loved and used, and it's a happy little machine. It keeps going. I haven't replaced it. Oh, so clever Karina sent me a new Big Shot machine, and it's sitting right there, Karina. I just can't break it open until this one is gone. I just can't, but it's there. So with your Big Shot machine, you're going to get a base platform, you're going to get a solo shim or an A shim, and you're going to get 2 clear cutting plates. At one point in our lives, these were clear. They are not now. The more you cut into them, the more you're going to see all the little cuts left behind, and at some point you will need to replace them. I also use a plate for a do not cut plate. Now this is an old ruby red Scrapbooking Made Simple cutting plate that Sizzix did specifically for us. You could use any cutting plate if you've got a clear and silver one, or a clear and gold one, or a old blueberry one, or even another clear. You just mark it do not cut. And the reason you have a do not cut plate is, see how nicely this is, as opposed to see how warped this is becoming? If you keep a do not cut plate on the top, it helps it slide through the machine easier. Now, eventually your bottom plate you're going to have to replace. When you do that, you take your existing do not cut plate, you make that your bottom plate, and you get a new do not cut plate. It really does, and they don't sell them as a do not cut plate. It's just sold as a 2-pack. So if you were to get 2 packs of cutting plates, so you had 4, you would start with 1 and 1, and then this one would go bad, and you'd move this one down and then open up your second one, but you'd only use 1 for your second one because now it's your do not cut plate. And when that one goes bad, you'd move it down, and I mean, it really will last you a very long time. It really does save on your cutting plates. Now I'm gonna grab my die, my paper, and my die. And this is a chemically etched die. It's a wafer die. See how wafer thin it is? There's no blade on any of this. It is these little ridges, these little edges on the die that when pressure is added, will cut your paper. Hard to believe, I know, but it works. Now, will it cut through leather or plastic or flashing? No, it's just not thick enough. There's not a blade there. Will it cut through 2 pieces of paper? Sometimes yes, 2 pieces of cardstock, but your best bet is, try it on the different weights are gonna depend. So try it on your cardstock first before you're down to your very last sheet to see if it'll cut through 2 at once. Or just do like me and go with 1 at a time. Now I'm gonna put my do not cut plate right on top, and I'm gonna send this on through. You may hear some creaks and cracks. It's okay. That just says it's die cutting. Yeah, a few little creaks and cracks. And because this is an open frame die, so there's nothing intricate about it, I can put my hand through it. Open frame die, you do not need to go back and forth and rotate or use a precision base plate or anything like that. Easy peasy. And I've got my first cut. I've also got a lovely frame that I can use somewhere else. So I'm going to hold on to that. Bring over my second. And let's put it through. And just one pass because it's an easy die to cut. Bing, bang, boom, it's done. So here's the cut that I'm looking for with that embossed area. And I'm left with a frame to do something with later on. So now that we've got those two dies, those two die cuts, we can start to decide what we want them to look like. This one I think I'm going to keep pretty simple. And I think I'm going to play with some leaves and maybe a pretty butterfly or a pretty flower. No, I think I'll do this one with a butterfly. So I don't want my leaves to be too big because I still want to see that embossed element through it. That's a pretty color. Well, that looks very pretty. So something super simple. All I'm doing is a little leaf and a little butterfly, and I've got that embossed frame all the way around it. So I've got that opening in the center to just put a little something. Not much. I don't want too much, and I don't want anything too big. No, this one's too big. I have not found what I like yet. We'll know when I know. No. You're like, just pick it, Stacey. Just pick it. It's not that simple. That's not bad. Maybe my butterfly's too big. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. As I'm still looking for my, oh, that one's nice. Oh, that one's nice. But too big. Too big. Maybe I just stick with one. Yep, I'm gonna go with one. Okay, that only took me an hour. You're like, really? I'm like, yeah, maybe. Okay, that's pretty. I can be happy with that. And let's take my tape. Tape. And let's take my, I'll put it right about there. And my butterfly. I think I'll put it right about there. And then let's do some matting. No. See, that I can tell fast. That I'm good at. That's a definite no. I think I'm okay with the green and the pink. We're gonna go for the green and the pink. Okay, so that's that one. And then let's put this one together and decide what we're gonna do here. Here I think, well, nope, we're gonna put this one together because I think I wanna do some more die cutting for that one. So I'm gonna mat this to my pink and then my green. And call it done. It's gonna take me, it took me longer to figure out what, what ephemera I wanted to use. Pink. Okay, pink. Green. And then a sentiment. And yeah, on ivory. Bing, bang, boom. All paper. You would do a better job of taping down than me. But by adding that embossed detail to the pattern paper, it just adds a little something to it without taking away from the pattern paper. It jazzes it up just a little bit. And it's just that pretty little heart wreath. It's not a distraction. It helps focus the eye on your card. And then a little bit of a sentiment. Find your wings. I think I'm going to put that on the pink. Find your wings. Ooh, I could pop that. Sometimes we get distracted by all of the different things we have to play with that we forget to go back to just paper. And when you're having a little trouble finding your creativity, paper's a good place because it's always forgiving, it's always there for you, and it always looks good. Okay, so that's our fifth card. I'm gonna add a little bit more die cutting to this one, I think. I think I'm gonna go and grab that set again. And I'm going to cut this one. And maybe I cut this one. So let's see where we're going to mat these. Let's pick what colors we're going to mat this in. So I do think that color looks okay, but the light blue would also look okay. What do we think? What color flower do we want? Maybe we go with the light blue. Oh, that's very pretty. That's very pretty. No, I think this one's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna mat this. I'm gonna mat it first. Just want to make sure I'm happy with that blue and not the green. Oh, that looks good too. All right, think long, think wrong. We're gonna just go for it and see what we get. So I'm gonna do it on the green. It was where I first went. So I've taken the largest die out of the mini slimline to cut my first. I did the stamped detail on it in my silver. I'm going in and matting it on a light green. I'm going to do a double matte on that darker blue so I have a pop of an element. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, now I don't know which flower I want to use. So I want that contrast. And that contrast again. And then I'm going to die cut the large. So I've done my large for my frame. Then I drop down and grab 2 of the smaller to mat. And I'm going to do the larger one in that darker blue. This one in the darker blue. And then I might do this one in white or in ivory. So let's bring my machine back over and let's die cut those and let's layer them down. So nothing's pre-planned here. We kind of go as we go. Unless something needs dry time, I don't pre-prep anything. We just do it. And so that's what makes it a full-length class. Sometimes what I do, I make mistakes, and you get to see those mistakes, unedited, unscripted. Sometimes it's more important to show you what not to do with a product than what to do with it. So I'm going to cut this one and then my smaller one. I'm going to do that out of ivory. And I can cut them both at the same time because they're both going to fit on my platform. My do not cut plate. So for me, paper is a challenge. Deciding what paper takes me longer than almost anything else. But then when I get it, I got it, I think. Until I change my mind. I'm very decisive until I'm not. So I think if I put that down there and that down there, and that on there, what are we thinking? How are we oh, see, I like it. You may say, oh, I don't know about that, Stacey, but it's made from love and it's made with thought, and yeah, I'm okay with this. Unless I want the bigger. I definitely don't want 2. That's going to be too much. And that's not as pretty. That blue, this blue is perfect. Oh, that looks good too. So here I took 2 to put together. So is it this one? Or is it this one? Now, of course, by the time you're yelling at me, telling me it's too late, I've already done it. And again, I'm going to go with my first gut. I'm going to go with my think long, think wrong, my gut feeling, and have at it. And that mats right in the center. In the center. in the center. And I'm going to go with So Sorry for Your Loss. And I'm just going to mount that on a little bit of the ivory. I think that's a good with sympathy card. What do you think? So it's got multiple patterns, multiple colors. It's got that embossing in the back that you don't see until you see. And we've used the mini slimline and the ephemera. Mini slimline is from Simple and Basic. The ephemera is from Paper Favorites. And the paper I'm using is from, yeah, see, I think So Sorry for Your Loss. And I think it's done. So sorry for your loss. All right, so we have done one. We're not done. 2, I'm just reminding you. 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to pull out the big slimline die set. So the big slimline die set. And we've got, let's use the polka dots. We haven't done the polka dots yet. So the copper is really nice. And I don't know if we'll use the gold or the silver, but the copper is really nice. So I think I'm going to cut a matte. I'm going to cut the big one first. And I think I'm going to do that out of that craft. Ooh, he fits like a dream. So this is the big full-size slimline. We're going to start with a matte first. And send it on through. Just want to make sure that I got those ends. Perfect. And it's got those little dotty details going all the way around. So there's my first cut. Then I'm going to take my second die and cut here. And send it on through. So now I've got 1, 2, and then I think I'll take maybe dye here, skip a few, and here. Is that too bright of a blue? Oh, we'll put it on the green. The green looks great. I'm going to do one more matte on the outside with the green. And that one I'm just going to fussy cut. So this one down. And this one down. And we're just flying by the seat of our pants. Think long, think wrong. Oh, that was crooked. Come on. Let's try that again. That looks better. And then the green. And then I'm going to die cut again and layer into it. A little bit of green around the edge. And then let's die cut the mats that are going to fit on the inside. So I don't want the mats to be the next size down. I want to give a little bit of space. So my pattern paper and my copper dots make you still able to see them. So I'm going to take here and I'm going to do this one here. Bring over my machine. So you've got to be willing to cut so that you can see what more you can do. You got to be willing to cut a couple different mats, lay them down, try, lay the flowers, lay the butterflies, lay whatever ephemera you're using. So I'm good there. And I think I'm going to do that one in white. And then I'm going to lay some flowers on it and see what we get. Just mat on top of mat on top of mat. Oh, maybe I should do it in the green. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to save the white, but while I'm here, I'm going to cut it in the green too, just to see which one I like better. So now I have a couple options. So do I like it in the white and then build some flowers on it? Oh, this is pretty. I'm just going to layer flowers and just layer them up. Until I'm happy with what I've got. Look at that, just layer them up until you're happy with what you've got. So I'm stealing from others, all the different sets to make my finished image. So do we like it on the white? White is sure pretty. I need one more. Do we like the green? It's almost too much. I don't know which one we go with. The yellow or the white? I don't know. The yellow or the white? That yellow sure is pretty. And I'm just layering them in. I'm building them up. Or I'm going to go with the yellow. We might use the white on something else. I don't know, but I'm going to go with the yellow. Now I just have to decide how I want to layer them in. And then tape them down. All right, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. So this one goes on here. And this one goes on here. And these and I'm just working my way up. Go there. And that leaves this one here. And that little guy there. And then all of them on the green. And then the green on the craft. And the craft there. I didn't know if we were going to get done. I had hope, but I wasn't sure. We might not need that one. Yeah, I don't think we need that one. I wasn't sure if we were going to get there. I just had to believe, but I love the white flowers as well. Do you see how fabulous this ephemera is? And how easy it can be to use? Oh, yeah, okay, I'm okay with this. I am. Oh, I already did that, Stacey. And then I think we'll put some Let Your Dreams Blossom. Yeah, I can do that. And maybe just a little bit of black. And then we have used, I think, everything. Let Your Dreams Blossom. Okay. Slightly crooked. Let Your Dreams Blossom. And I just layered them right on in. And I got rid of that little one. Where'd it go? Oh. Why not? Just a tiny bit too big. but now a perfect fit. And then we're done. And we used absolutely everything. We embossed, we stamped, we stenciled, we layered, we kept it simple. Oh yeah, I'm gonna like that. I'm happy with my decision. Although I really like the white as well. The white's beautiful. Happy with my decision. The dies are amazing. The stencils are slimline to go with the dies. And the price is Wahoo Kachoo. When you're getting the two, the mini slimline, the full-size slimline, and both the stencils for about, gosh, almost, it was almost half off. I don't remember buying the dies. I did. And SMS girl Elena's like, are you ever going to use them? I'm like, yeah, I should, huh? So instead of making a little extra profit, we pass the savings along. Because then more of you can afford to craft. Wahoo Kachoo. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards today. And we used everything. We used it all. Wait till you see the samples I have for you to see. So, we started with just the ephemera. We have them in 2 packs. There's 4 sets in each bundle. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's bundle number 2. And there's 4 sets in bundle number 1. 1, 2, 3, and those are different bundle. Those are different. 4. I love the little toadstools. They retail for $15.95. We have them on sale for $13.99. And for 4 packs of ephemera, come on. We all know that that's a great price. Paper Favorites does such a good job in keeping their pricing affordable for everybody. And we import them from Denmark. So 2 bundles, we started with those. And we started with the 3 packs of paper. Now the paper's open stock, so you buy what you love and you love what you buy. But I loved all 3 of these, and I felt that all 3 of them made beautiful samples. Beautiful samples, because we did this one with that, and we did this one with that one, and we did this one with the newsprint. I just felt that they all were so perfect, so beautiful. So those are also by Paper Favorites. And there's not a bundle for it. It's you buy what you love. I think they're all fabulous. And then from Pronti, we have the 2 sets of sentiments. They are different. The black is different than the white. The white is buy me flowers and everything will be fine. In a field of roses, she's a wildflower. Happiness is to hold flowers in both hands. I'd rather have flowers in my hair than diamonds around my neck. Stop and smell the roses. A flower blooms for its own joy. Let us live like flowers. Flowers don't tell, they show. The earth laughs in flowers. That's the white. And then the black is, when you look at a field of dandelions, you can either see 100 weeds or 1,000 wishes. A tree with strong roots laughs at storms. Be brave enough to be bad at something new. Oh, that's good. Stars can't shine without darkness. Find your wings. It's okay to not be okay. You just don't wake up and become the butterfly. Growth is a process. Yeah, see, these are nice. I love these. Sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. That's the black. So Pronte out of the Netherlands. And then the bundle, which gets you the 2 stencils and the 2 die sets. And regularly almost $58, on sale for $33.99. And the stamp bundle, regularly $23.10, on sale for $13.99, and we used both of them today. Oodles of good stuff. You may, we'll put the embossing powder on, but chances are you've got embossing powder. But we'll go ahead and we'll put the embossing powder on sale, and the pad, the embossing medium pad, absolutely. But chances are you've got embossing powder. Okay, this is all, this is everything I didn't use. These are all the ephemera that I didn't use. That's a lot of stuff to play with. The girls are gonna have a great time. All right, so I'm gonna put it over there and let's show you off some samples. So the girls used the paper, the stamps, the stencils, and the ephemera. Shine bright like a flower. So you've got the embossing going on, you've got the paper, you've got the sentiment, and you've got the flowers. And again, she layered. And this one is by Mary. Love it. And then we have from Katie, where flowers bloom, so does hope. And here she embossed, did a heat embossing on just a piece of cardstock and did kind of color blocking with the beautiful paper behind and the ephemera. And then, and then we have Patty, and Patty did, I copied Patty. I didn't mean to, but I did. Patty took the ephemera and also layered it right on top to make it pop. Bloom with grace. And they're not the exact size or shape. She just did it like I did it. Great minds think alike, Patty. Well done, you. And here we have Patty as well. And here she's used the heart as the background. And the ephemera, and it's okay to not be okay. Here's honorary SMS girl Gail. So pretty. Flowers don't tell, they show. Isn't that beautiful? All with the ephemera and the paper. So pretty, Gail. Oh, and this one's good too. This one's Patty. Every flower blooms in its own time. From Patty. And this is honorary SMS girl Katie. And you've got the mini slimline. They were using the mini slimlines and the slimlines on all of the others. But look at that. With the ephemera coming out, die cut hello. Love the paper, so pretty. This one's beautiful too. This is Mary. Oh, Mary. This is gorgeous. The paper, the ephemera layering in. Love the green and the deep blue. Beautiful. Oh, and this one's so beautiful. This is Catherine. Catherine, this is so pretty. Sometimes when things are falling apart, they actually may be falling into place. Catherine, I feel like you and I know that sentiment up close and personal, firsthand. You feel that way, Catherine? Because I do. Look at that. She's used the stencil. So lovely. That's honorary SMS girl Catherine. Ooh. This is honorary SMS girl Mary. Oh, Mary, this is striking with that gray, and she's done a watermark of the hearts on the background of that gray. That's very striking. So bold. So you. So you. And then let's see, who else do we have? Okay, so here's Catherine. And Catherine went in on that stamp and she colored it all in. And she popped. And she matted. We grow strong as we reach towards the sun, but our roots keep us united together as one. Pretty, Catherine. Oh, and this is beautiful. Oh, this is Catherine too. Catherine, this is stunning. Look at this. This is stunning. And they've used the mini slimline and the slimlines because all of these are done with those dies. All of them. Aren't they beautiful? Look at the little tags she made in the little pockets. So well done. Be brave enough to be bad at something new. That's a really good statement. That's a really good statement. All done with either the full size or the mini. All of them were done. Yum. Ooh, this one's pretty too. This one's Patty. I think this is Patty. Patty, this is beautiful. You made the frames out of them. This is gorgeous and simple but elegant. So sorry for your loss. Yes, this is a great card. Simple, elegant, just enough, but not too much. Oh, and Katie, look at the colors, right? All done with the paper, the ephemera, the Bronte sentiments. She layered in some of the newsprint paper. And the sentiment is, there's always flowers for those who want to see them. Those are all Bronte sentiments. We really like the sentiments. This is beautiful too. This is Gail. Gail, the colors are striking. And again, she did a little bit of a color block, and she brought in the colors of the flowers with the paper and the background, and again, die cut. Lovely, Gail. And this one's beautiful too. This one's Patty. Is this Patty? This is beautiful. Find your wings. How simple is that? You've got the newsprint, you've got the green the green leaves, you've got the sentiment. Everything's just matted. I love it. And this one is Katie. Oh, Katie. Again, I love the color blocking. I love the use of the newsprint. I love the different flowers and how you've got them. And then life is a balance of holding on and letting go. Oh, I really do love Bronte and their sentiments. I'm going to ask them to make some more. Do you think they'll listen to me? I want a few more. I want some more. And then, of course, we have a couple layouts. So, honorary SMS girl Gail. She looks at me and she's like, am I making a layout? And I'm like, yes. And then she makes one layout and she says, am I making two layouts? Yes, you are. If you weren't so darn good at them, Gail. There's the first layout. Get ready for this one. This was the first one she did. And I didn't watch because I don't want to know too much, but I saw the colors that she was pulling together and I'm like, girl, you are so good. They're beautiful. You know who else is super good at layouts? Yvette. Honorary SMS girl Yvette has moved up north for a little while, and so we send her stuff and then she does it and she sends it back. She's also a layout queen, Honorary SMS girl Yvette, who we miss very much. But she comes down to visit and then I put her to work. So, all right, you guys. Well, it was a fun class. I hope you thought it was a fun class. And I suppose that there's always, again, mine. I contributed. I did things a little differently than they did, which is exactly what it should be. I love this card. This might be my favorite. So it's me, Stacey, here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hey, there's no air conditioning in here, so if my face is a little red, it's because there's no air conditioning right now. And it's warm in here. But that's okay. We had fun today, didn't we? I hope you did. I hope you stayed with me. I hope maybe I encouraged you to just get out paper and let's play. And then if you love any of the product, I would say you could find it at your local independent retailer, but this time it might be a little more difficult because of the bundles that we've put together and because of the companies that I'm showing you. Simple and Basic, Bronte, they're not necessarily paper favorites. They're not widely found here in the United States. I import them directly from Denmark, from the Netherlands, from the UK. I've got a new company coming in from Belgium. I like international stuff. What can I say? So if you love what you saw, well, wonderful. You can shop at scrapbookingmadesimple.com or come visit us in our retail store. But everything I did today, you can also do with things you have in your crafty stash. Yes, you can. And the sentiments are kind of special. So if you like the sentiments, I understand that. And the paper's kind of special. Well, anyway, it's all kind of special. But until next time, which will be Monday. That is week 5, the last week of the June 2025 warehouse sale here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Once that week is done, once next week is, we go Monday to Monday. So we'll launch the week 5 on Monday, and come July, I don't know, is it July 2nd or something like that? The warehouse sale comes to an end. So do not miss 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95% off your favorite manufacturers. Monday, I will launch a whole nother list of manufacturers and add a whole bunch more product into the sale, giving you something new to look at. And if you haven't checked it out yet, by all means, go do so on the scrapbookingmadesimple.com website. It is only online, and please watch the video on the terms and conditions. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacey, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I will see you later. Thanks for being here with me. It's been a whole lot of fun, and I just loved playing with paper. Bye, everybody.